I always love to start with a little bit of embodiment, a little bit of presencing. So I'm hoping that would feel good to you all as well, just to bring us right into this nice moment together. So if it feels comfortable to you, take a nice, tall, dignified, but relaxed seat. You're welcome to close your eyes or just soft focus them if that feels better to you. And just bring your awareness to your breath and just notice your body in this moment and start to be aware of you breathing. As you're bringing your attention to your breathing, allow your body to soften into your seat. You're welcome to be aware of your entire body sensations at this time as well. Maybe it's the feeling of your clothing on your skin, the softness of the chair beneath you, the firmness of the floor under your feet, the air on your skin. Just noticing being here in this moment in this body. And allow yourself to journey in and out with your breath, really following that journey and taking a moment to feel the pleasure of breathing. Allowing a curiosity to see if there's something in your process of breathing you can notice that you never have. Maybe you can be aware of your body moving as you breathe, the expansion and contraction. And for one more moment, just an exploration, a curiosity to see if there is any kind of gorgeous pleasure within this body, in this breath, in this movement, in this moment. And welcome to open your eyes and join me again when you feel ready. Yay, yum. Well, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Christina McCabe, and my coaching business is called Embodied Empowerment. I am a certified erotic blueprint coach, and I am certifying as a human potential coach and biohacker. And I have about, 30 years of experience in the psychic arts. I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, I'm a daughter, I'm a community friend, I'm a leader, I'm a sister. I'm so many things. We were talking about this tapestry of ourselves, right? And I'm deeply committed to empowerment. I'm passionate about helping others achieve their personal empowerment to come into awareness of what your unique expression, your unique flavor is, your unique voice, and how to bring that forward. And today, I want to offer, well, before I say that, let me say that we're each going to take a turn. For those of you that just joined, I'm going to talk for about 10 to 15 minutes and then open the floor for these other gorgeous women. Lady is here. Lady, say hi. And Wendy and Jenny are each going to take turns bringing some offerings forward to you, but I was going to start. And all day, I've been really tapping into what I wanted to bring forward here. And it's been important to me in this time to be paying attention to, on a daily basis, my highest purpose, what I'm committed to. because that is helping me to create a foundation of support for myself. Tea. A foundation of support for myself as I walk through this day, every day, with all this fear in this time that is both from within me and outside of me pressing in. And so if I'm able to tap into each day my highest purpose and the values that support that, and create a commitment around that for the day, then I have a foundation when this other energy comes from outside and within me, and then a deeper choice of how I want to utilize my awareness of self to move forward through my day. So that's what I've decided I wanted to bring forward. I wanted to share with you a couple of really easy things. One of them is called a daily commitment, and I'm adding in a polarity practice with the daily commitments. And I'm going to screen share because I want to show you. I made this cute little screen share for you all. Let's see. Yay. Daily commitments and polarity practice. So in the morning, I'm sitting down and I'm looking for myself at how will I positively influence my reality today? And for me, a positive influence can be just showing up super authentically. And for you, it could be anything, right? Sometimes it's coming with that bright energy that helps others to rise up in their brightness, but other times it's coming with just super authenticity and allowing others to be authentic. Sometimes it's empathy. Sometimes it's, I can have a pretty firm, sassy voice. So sometimes it's that as well. But I'm setting my intention for how do I want to do that every day? And then I'm also looking at what is my purpose today? These two are a little bit different for me in that my purpose can be what do I want to create that day, not necessarily how do I want to influence others, but what do I want to create personally? Is it work? Is it family? Is it within my community? Am I creating growth for myself? That's my purpose. And of course, I am offering this to you to play with in a way that really suits you. So I'm looking at these things for myself, and then I'm going down and going, what values are supportive of my commitments? And I listed some values here just to give you an idea. If I'm going to go through and look at, do I really want to tap into my trust? Do I want to tap into my personal self care today? Is pleasure going to support my purpose, my highest purpose today? Mindfulness, humor? Do I need to really tap my deep forgiveness for whatever I'm doing today? So I'm going through and I'm looking at each of these. And I journal these, just an invitation for you all. And sometimes when I first start doing this, honestly, it takes me a little while, but after a while, they go pretty quickly for me because I find, for me anyways, um, usually my how I want to positively walk through my day and influence my reality is similar on a daily basis, though it does shift and change. My purpose shifts and changes more, but it's similar for periods of time. But then I'm also going to look at how to minimize my kryptonite. And this is important for me because I can do these. How am I going to influence my reality? Look into my purpose and look into my values. But if I don't take a minute to look at what's going to get in my way of what my highest purpose is, and I just listed these are some of the ones that can come up for me. If I don't take a minute to look at those and then look at how will I keep in my state of highest potential to minimize these levels of kryptonite, these things that can get in my way, these obstacles. If I don't do this right here, then when they come up throughout the day, often they might take over and kind of push my purpose. So for me, these are equally as important as these. I'm going to stop sharing so I can see you all. And I'm also going to unmute. Any questions about that?
I would like that. Are you going to put that somewhere, post it somewhere so I can print it and have it on my altar?
Yummy. I'd be happy to send it to anyone. If you want to put your information in the chat or on the event page, get me your information. I'll send it to you if you'd like it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then what I do, and here's the polarity practice. So all of that is really yummy. But sometimes for me, that can be very cognitive. So I'm going to go ahead and mute all again. Sometimes for me, that can be very cognitive. So to take it that step further, the polarity practice is what really is important for me. So here's a good example. If my value that was going to be really supportive of me today is trust, and I know that my obstacle is overwhelm or fear, and identifying what that fear is, right? Fear of fill in the blank. I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to take trust. I'm going to get present in my body and I'm going to explore in my body and find where trust lives. And then I'm going to really taste trust. I'm going to smell it. I'm going to feel it. I'm going to roll around in that feeling and find where it's accessible for me. And then I'm going to say, thank you, trust. I'm going to put it right there. It's over here for me right now, right? I just went right there, trust. And then I'm going to go, okay, I'm going to say overwhelm. I'm going to look at overwhelm. I'm going to put it in my body. Where is my overwhelm? For me, just saying it, it's right here. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to lean all the way in, even though it doesn't always feel good to lean into those emotions that feel difficult. I'm going to lean all the way. I'm going to taste it. I'm going to smell it. I'm going to feel it. I'm going to roll around in that overwhelm so that I have a deep awareness of what it feels like for me. And then I'm going to go back and forth. I'm going to go back to that trust and lean all the way into it, all the way in, really dive in, roll around, smell it, feel it, sense it. And then I'm going to go back to the overwhelm and I'm going to play going back and forth, back and forth. And for me, the purpose of this right now is that I want to strengthen my ability to tap into the trust when I feel the overwhelm come. It's like if you want to be able to climb a mountain, you might strengthen those legs and your cardio, right? If you want to be able to speak a new language, you're going to strengthen by memorizing and speaking and practicing. So for me, this polarity and going back and forth between them is helping me strengthen my ability to, as soon as because I've strengthened my ability first to become aware of what the overwhelm feels like. So as soon as I start to feel that, and I have an identification with it, I'm now strong enough to just go into the trust, that supportive value that I've chosen to help me with that obstacle. Make sense? Yeses, nos. Anyone want to take just a couple minutes to play with that? Yeah? Would you all like to just close your eyes and think of a value that you're utilizing today to support whatever purpose you're working for right now? Does that feel clear? Yeah, just take a minute to sit into that. Yum. Generosity of spirit, Holly. Thank you. Where is that in your body? What is the sensation of this value for each of you? Really lean in, dive into it. Hmm. Pussy, she's a giver. Yummy, Holly. When you all feel yummy about that, take a minute to come into an awareness of what an obstacle for you to that value may be. What's something that stands in your way of walking in the truth of that value? And allow yourself to lean into that. Where does that live? You sense it, feel it, smell it, taste it. What is it? Lover of being introverted and taking space. Thank you, Holly. Leaning into the feeling of that obstacle. The awareness of that obstacle is a friend at this point, right? Yeah. And then when you feel ready, go back to that value. Find that again. Hmm. Stresses from outside, folks with no sense of your boundaries. Water's phone to everyone. Hmm. Thank you for sharing. Just take another moment here. I'm going to wrap up my portion soon. Take another minute to just play going back and forth between these, just so that you have a sense of what that feels like. Yummy. When you feel ready, open your eyes, come back. Anyone else want to put in the chat what that was like? You don't have to. No requirements. Did
I
you
was
say
just
something?
gonna, yeah, I just thought it's easier if I
Yeah,
speak
please,
it
Wendy.
instead of type an essay. um, it was quite interesting, just that whole feeling. This whole experience is such a great experience right now. But that the value was really living on purpose and living my purpose,
Mm,
and that just felt like the center light, just this light. And then the feeling of what stands in the way was really restriction of time and duties and expectation, and I felt that as a tightness around my stomach, and that feels like it blocks this light. And
mm,
one feel this whole experience that we have now of like all of these duties and expectations being taken away, and right now this feeling of purpose and light is just like able to truly shine, and it just feels like massive gratitude, so it's
mm.
quite beautiful to just also feel how can I sustain this after the duties return.
Yum.
That's my investigation. Beautiful.
Yum. Thank you for that awareness.
Mm.
Nice. Anyone else want to share?
I love the name kryptonite. It's such a vivid, like you feel it. I don't know. It's so vivid, and just being aware what could be the block to what you're wanting. So not only your desire, but what could be the block to that. I think is so useful, because sometimes we're just focusing on what we want and we're not being the block. It's really present right now after you did that.
Mm.
Yeah, just a big presence and I have this kryptonite vision in my mind of like all the things that are kryptonite for me.
Yay.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. That's very human potential coaching. Kryptonite comes from our
Oh,
biohacker human potential world. I'm going to say one more thing, and then I'm going to give it over to whichever lady feels like they want to start. If you continue this polarity practice, what tends to happen if you keep going back and forth between those two polarities, they do start to just merge. And that comes from Jaya Ma. Did a polarity practice with me. That's the blueprint world, in which the leaning in to each one over and over and over and over until they just become, because it is all just one, right? I am utilizing that, though, lighter, to play with awareness and choice. So I've taken it there. But if you decide you want to take it even further, it's fun to go further and further and further with it. All right. Thank you all.
awesome. Yeah.